There you go. Everything is setting up. This is like this. Right, the mics are open. There you go, like that.
Welcome to the webinar.
Okay. This is down. Okay, so trading security futures involves the risk of loss, including the possibility of loss greater than your initial investment. Security future may not be suitable for all investors. Prior to buying or selling a security future, a person must receive a copy of the full risk disclosure statement from the security futures contract. Copies are available from your broker or from the National Futures Association at www.nfa.futures.org. This webinar is for educational purposes only, and in no way should you consider the trade room to be a trade call service. If you take a trade, you do so of your own accord, and Bima the Trading Yogi is in no way responsible for your gain or for your loss. Excellent. So that being said, let's remove this right here. Let's reload our chart. And let me look right here, making sure this is good. Perfect right there. Okay. So what type of day are we having, right? The first question, and I hope you guys participate a little bit, because just asking questions in the air can get frustrating. So one of the first thing we do in the morning when we trade, we need to figure out what type of day we're having to apply the right proper technical analysis. And there's three types of day that we can have, right? We can have a trending day, right? What is a trending day? Anyone? A trending day, let me take this right here, right? Let me grab this like this. A trending day is when the market is moving in a decisive trend, right? That it's bullish or bearish, doesn't matter, right? The technical analysis stays the same, but we still need to determine if it is a bearish day, right? A bearish day, or is it a trend into a range day, right? Did the market push in a definitive direction and then started to move sideways, right? Or was it simply moving sideways from the beginning, right? So three types of day that we can have. Give me a second, right here, right? So we can have one, a trending day. Two, we can have a trending day into a range, and then we can have a range day. And all of those days have different technical analysis that we apply to them, right? Whoops. So let's remove this for now. There you go. So what type of day are we having today? Well, if we're looking, since yesterday, right, when the market opened up, we see right here, we see a nice spike, and then after market fails, transit into a little bit of a range there, then back on top, then back at the bottom, and then in the early overnight session, we see a spike into a range, right? A trend into a range. And right here, you see, right here, whoops, sorry, I wasn't using the right chart. Right here, not right here, but right here, we see that there was a battle, and then that battle kept on being retested right here. So my opinion is we had a trend into a range. So we're going to be applying a trend into a range analysis. Now the market is opening in 1 minute. We don't touch the market for at least 5 at the opening bell. So let's look at this right here. Let's apply our technical analysis for this. There you go. Right? And it's very simple. There's nothing complicated here. We're looking for a on a trend into a range. We're looking for the middle of the range, right? The middle of the range is sort of the magnet where people, the buyers and the sellers, go back to fight. Then afterwards, we'll apply our deviations. And deviation is just a really, really technical term letting us know where exactly there's the most possibility of buyers and sellers right now. So 6:30, the market bell just opened up. And now, and it's really too bad because right here we see we have a nice low pattern just right at the opening bell that is no good for us. But in reality, I'm pretty sure that the market right now is going to go back and retest this zone, and then after probably come back down here before it goes back up. So yeah, that would have been a nice trade just way too early in the morning, right? Because we need to let the 9:30 opening bells of volatility to clear out. And once it cleared out, then we can look for trades, right? We don't trade at 9:30. We don't trade at the 10 o'clock shock, and we don't take any gamble trade past 10:30. The reason that be is between 9:30 and 10:30. That's when there is the most flux of traders on the market. Right, the most of trader on the market. And just look right here. Right here, you see why, right? Right here, you see why we don't trade at 9:30, because the pattern was nice. Yeah, the pattern was nice. And then it came back down right here, retested the DMA. This would have been a very good entry trigger right there. But because of the 9:30, we see that the market failed right here and just crumbled down, right? And there's a good chance we could have gotten stopped out. Let me just check this right here. We're gonna right there. So this would have been an entry candle. So yeah, 15 by 15 point ticks right on the point 1.7 ATR. Obviously, we would have gotten stopped out right here, and then after it just shoots back up. Right, this is volatility that we do not want to get caught in, and this is why we stay disciplined in our craft. Right. So right here, right now, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. We're gonna let the market unfold. And as crazy as this sound, right, the technical analysis for the range day, that's pretty much it, right? This is the bulk of our analysis. And then from now on, or from this point on, we need to find a zone of support, our zone of resistance, reversal line, so on and so forth. But yeah, let's see what she's going to do, what she's going to sing this morning. And what we're going to find to be able to trade. So let's spread out the chart this morning right here so we see a bit better. Awesome. So we can, as we can see right here, right, the battle happened right there. So what can we expect, right? We could expect a pendulum swing, right? We could expect a pendulum swing. So I'm going to, and pendulum swing is very simple, right? It's as above, so below. That's what a pendulum swing is, right? Whatever happened on top will happen below, and whatever happened below will happen on top, right? This is the nature of the range day. So, and the reason why we're looking for something like this, again, very, very simple, is because as traders, or not as trader, but in trader psychology, the market always tries to achieve something, right? It doesn't move sporadically in a direction or another without having a goal to reach. And if the market is always goal oriented, well, what is the next goal? Right? What are they going to try to achieve? So if we come here, let's bring our chart. There you go, right? So if we look right here, our previous highest high from yesterday is right here, right? So this could be a very good goal to set our attention on, right? The market is going to try to retest its previous high, right? It always does that. It always looks to retest its previous high. And that being said, if it looks to retest its previous high, uh, uh, then the pendulum swing starts to make sense, right? Whatever happened here, it's going to happen there. And then there's a good chance that they're going to try to push the last little bit from here all the way to here, right? To achieve this right there. And once we've achieved this, there's two things that can happen, right? The first one is the FOMO. And right here, you have another trigger entry right there. Again, for me, I just don't like the price action right now. I wouldn't get in as of yet, but that is a that would have been a trigger entry. And but we have to be very mindful right now, and I'll be back in my what I was saying, but we have to be very mindful right now of this falling resistance right there, right? To make sure that this does not become a bear market. So anyways, that being said, right here, what's going to happen once the market retests this high right here? Well, there's two possible scenarios. Either that the market accept the price action and it just keeps on going up, right? And this part right here often happens when you see FOMO get into the market, when traders are afraid to miss out on the move that they just see, and they just pile on, and then it shoots up, right? That's one way. Or then the next one is very simple, is once we've reached this goal right here, the market could reject it, and then it comes back down to retest, right? To retest the morning's low that we see right here, right? So those are two of the possibility that we could encounter today. Two of the possibility we could encounter today. Let's see what's going to happen, right? Let's see what's going to happen. If you guys have any question, please ask them in the Q&A box or into the chat box. Right here, we have a chat. Oh, there you go. So, hey, John. Good morning, John. Thank you for answering. I didn't see your answer on the chat box. So, John says, when I ask what type of day are we having, we're having a trending day from yesterday. And you would be right. It was a trending day. But if we go to the trend, yesterday was a bullish trend that ended up being a bearish trend. But we don't go usually that far to get the sense or the pulse of the market, right? We take it down a little bit. So we see right here, we have one to try, two try, right? This right here, Let me see right here if we could see a trade, right? Do we see a trade here this morning? It's just, we see, right, we have this candle right here that was a trigger candle. And then this one right here that is also a trigger candle. Now what's going to happen, she's going to go down, stop out the early birds, and then shoot back up. I'm not too sure. I don't like this price action, but at the same time, I don't want to be missing out on this morning's move. We're past the opening bell. Let's see. Let's see what again, the stock on the S&P just crumbled down. So let's see what she's going to do. just bring an order in here. I'm just looking at what is going on. Like I said, I don't like this price action. No, I'm going to pull my order. I really don't like this price action. We might see it go without us, but right now I don't feel confidence getting into it. I don't feel confidence getting into it. It's too bad because it's looking good. It's just this portion right here, right? This portion right there, so indecisive. And look at that. The market is just rejecting everything that is going on this morning. We look, yeah, we look at Apple stock, just crumbled down again, giving out everything that it has accomplished yesterday. Yeah, same as Tesla. And I don't take, I don't look at the stocks to look at my entry or my triggers or anything, but I do keep an eye on it to have a sense or feel of what is happening with the S&P 500, right? So I guess that right now the goal of the market, right, is not to retest yesterday's highest high, the open loop, but really to come and close this one that we have right here, right? They're trying to close this loop right here. And then hopefully when this loop is closed, then after we'll see them go back up again. So what is gonna happen? Right, and our job as traders is to stay idle on the sideline, waiting for the right opportunity to pounce on our prey, if you want to call it like that, right? It's a performance game. We have to be focused. We have to stay attentive to what is happening. And once we see the right opportunity, then we can jump in. So we see right now we have a one try, two try, a strong candle closing over the EMA would be a trigger entry right here. But right now our ATR is good. Our ATR is good. There's not too, right? It's not too much volatility, not volatility, but the spread it ain't too bad. As I said, a strong green candle closing over the EMA would be a trigger entry. But again, with just all this failing price action this morning, does not make me feel confident that the market is going to want to keep on going, right? This candle right here, if it closes over the EMA, it closes right on the EMA. This I don't like to see. And there's a good chance she goes without us, but it's not yet. Right there, when you see it close right on the EMA, often you'll see it fail as it did all morning, right? So, and then right here, will it hold the resistance line? Or is it going to be able to push through? Looks like it. Really sucks because that would have been a nice one, but the price action is just not. It's not giving me confidence this morning. And the price action is not giving me confidence. Oh, we would have had our 1-to-1, right? We would have reached our 1-to-1 target. And to know our 1-to-1 target is the size of the setup is the size of your first target, right? So we see right here, our first target would have been filled. This one right here would have been our entry trigger. So we would have gotten our 1-to-1. But again, the price action is just very ugly this morning. I don't want to get caught in the crossfire. And you see right here, failing again, right? The pattern just failed, or it didn't fail. They reached their target of 121, and then the bears are taking control right here. Look at that, right? This is price action that I don't like to see. And they're probably just trying to come and close the loop right here, right? They want to come and close this loop right there, complete their goal before coming back on top right here. If you guys have any questions, don't be shy, fire away. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And it helps to get the class moving forward, right? So will we dare get into this one right here? Would we dare get into this one? Well, right now, the MACD that you can see right there and the RSI are telling me, no way, Jose. It's not the time to get in there. Then if we look at the stocks, the stock is not performing well either. This candle could be a trigger in, but again, gamble trade with all this price action that we see is just, wow, look at that. Right, the second it reaches that falling resistance, it just keeps on crumbling down. Well, here in the meantime, let me ask you guys, how long have you been trading, right? Just so I know what you guys need to, what I need to talk about. How long have you guys been trading? You can answer by responding to this poll right here. Six months to a year, more than 5 years. Beginner, oh, that's cool. Excellent. Okay. What is she gonna offer this morning? This is so brutal. I hate morning like this. I hate morning like this. I would like to see some nice price action. Something that we can trade. So what are the news that are gonna come out today? Let me just see this right here. Okay, so this morning the next news coming out is nothing really. I'm pretty slow today. Tomorrow is pretty slow in the news. Thursday will be pretty busy. But for right now, I've got nothing. I hope it won't be a day like Thursday, like last week, right? Where it just didn't give us anything worth trading. And we see right here that the Bears are defending their position, but the Bulls are working hard at it, right? They're trying to push it up, but the Bears, holy smoke, the Bears are like strong defending their position. They don't want to let it go. It's like, nope, we're going to push this thing all the way down. We want to retest. And this right here, you will let us accomplish our goal. Oh, now the Bulls are defending themselves. I'm like, no way, buddy. We're going to push you right out of the way and take it all the way back up here. Now I hope we'll get an entry before it gets too close to the mid-range, all right? Because the mid-range, we do not trade close to the mid-range. So we're waiting right here to have the right pattern show up, the right opportunity for us to get into a trade. Very brutal. So I guess we're gonna have to wait for the market to really achieve its goal right here. The second we see touching this line right there, right? The second the market has reached its goal, there's a good chance that we see the sellers getting out of their position, and then it's going to go right back up, right? That's my opinion. There's no need to try to fight it. It's we'll let the market do its thing, right? We cannot go short on our position. We're way too low for that. And we're on a bullish trend. Now, all we need to do is to wait for them to accomplish their goal and let the bear, right? Because I'm sure we're going to see a lot of bears right here. Whoops. Not at bears, but sorry, the bulls right here just waiting, right? Waiting to skyrocket the market up. And you can see, right, with these big candles right there, like they're trying to find a bottom, right? They're trying to make sense of what's going on, and they're trying to find a bottom. So yeah, and we got to be careful because often when we see this, we can also very well see a V bottom, right? Like right here, we see right here we have a V bottom, right, where it did not give us a pattern, but it's a shot right back up. Just going to get my order ready just to see what's going to happen here. Now look right there. It's going to try once again to get over. We've got a lot of anxious and trigger happy traders right here trying to get in. And the reason why this is scary, right, is because you don't want it to reach all the way to the bottom and then after not have enough fuel to take it back up. It wants to go. It wants to go. Will it give us our pattern? Will it come and reach back up, or just is going to go? I hope not, right? I hope it gives us a chance to get in. Let's see. Let's see right here. You see that jump right there? Tells us like that there's a lot of buyers just waiting to push it up. Just waiting to push it up. It's not giving us a pattern. And that's very frustrating. $10 shock right around the corner. And we see again this falling resistance, right? Still in play. So a second try right here before it goes back up would be very nice, right? Would be well in play to get into a position. Oh, look at this gap right there. A big gap right here. So how's the market going to react to a gap? So that skyrocket and then pull back to close that gap. And we see the bears they're still defending their position. They're making it hard for the bulls to take it up. Except right now, very frustrating. It looks like it's going to go without us. It did not give us a pattern, so there's not much we can do here. Right? Not much we can do here. The only thing right now is we can wait for, right, something like this, right? This is what we would be looking for. So just give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. So what's going to happen here? Now we're going to get a little pullback, something, right, to give us an entry into this trade. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see if she's going to give us a little pullback, an entry point for us to get into this trade along. All right, that's what we would like to do. That's what we would like to see happen. Come on. Give us a pullback, something. Right, a pullback is a lot like a slingshot, right? When you have your slingshot, right? When you have your slingshot, you pull back on the cord. You pull back on the cord, right? So when you let it go, it shoots right up. Okay, now this one took off crooked, but you get the idea, right? It shoots off right off, or shoots up right off. So this is why we want to pull back, right? Because as the market goes, we want it to pull back, get a good swing, right? Get a good swing, and then boom, go back up. And this is what the pullback is for, is to give us a slingshot motion to our trade, right? And you know you're in when you're in, you did it right, because the second you get in and pop, 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 right? You'll see it's going to happen really, really quick where you'll reach your first target. That's when you know you're in a good trade. So let's wait to see what's going to happen. Let's wait for this little pullback right here. We can see that we're getting some resistance right there, right? We're getting a resistance right there. So with this resistance, will offer us hopefully a pullback at 38.2 and with a pattern, and then after to take it back up. Hopefully it won't just retest the EMA and then just shoot up. There you go. So we got our 38.2. Now are we going to get our pattern? Are we going to get our pattern? Okay, no trade orders right here. Let's get our order ready. Right, so we want to have the 1 try, 2 try, hopefully with a trap, right? A nice little trap would be nice. If we have a trap there, it would be really nice. So hopefully we won't see it fail to try to close that loop that they didn't get to close because of the early trigger entry to traders, right? The gamble traders. Sorry about that. Look at it fail right there. Look at that. I bet it's going to go and close. Right? It's coming to close this loop right there, right? This loop. Now it's going to be hard to trust it, right? It's going to be hard to trust this market right now. Keeps on failing. Can almost start to think that maybe this is a bearish day, right? We're into a bearish trend right now. At least since 4 o'clock this morning. So let's see what's going to happen. Again, the gambler traders got in early. Maybe we'll see a pattern form from this. Okay, so our second try is in play. Give us a little trap, right? Close that loop. Just go down, close the loop. If it goes down and close the loop, I can feel confident that they're going to have a new goal to achieve. But if it goes back up like it just did, I'm not going to be all that confident that the market achieve its goal and is going to let or accomplish its goal and going to let the buyers, the bulls, take it all the way back up again. Close candle closing over DMA. Jesus Christ, right? This would be a trigger candle right there. This would be a trigger candle, but you see that the sellers are trying to retest this right here. They're not letting go. But come on, buyers, just let it fail. Let it fail so they can be done with this, and then we can take it up. You see, they want to go up. They want to push it up. The sellers are doing such a good job to defend their position. I don't feel. Come on, go close that loop. I just don't feel like I want to get into a trade right now. I would love to get into a trade. It's almost 10:30. I would love to have a trade for this morning. But this right here is very concerning, right? This big push right there, the fact that the sellers are defending their position. So please go close this right here. Go close this loop. so we can get into with confidence. We're almost there, right? We're almost there. There you go. Awesome. Awesome. So now we've achieved our goal, right? Now we've achieved our goal. Now let's hope we see something worth it trading from now. Or is it going to be a reversal and now we're completely into a bearish trend for this morning? And this is why we have to stay disciplined, right? This is why we always have to be disciplined, or else we would have gotten caught this morning in the crossfire, and we could have gotten in 2-3 trade that could have been very expensive for us. So this is why we need to stay disciplined with our trading plan. Our trading plan is a fail-safe to make sure that we protect our account. So let's see a double bottom right here. No more, not more than this, right? This is a little trap. Now let's see a strong green candle closing over the EMA would be the last thing we would need to get into. Not the last thing, but that would be a very strong point for us that we would need to get into a trade. And if it fails, then after we got to readjust all of our technical analysis for this morning, right? I was completely off. I did not get the pattern I was hoping for. I did not get the right market sentiment. And if this is the case, then after we have to start to look for a short position, right? We have to start to look for a short position. A strong green candle over the EMA, but how do you trust this, right? How do you trust it not to fail on you? This one right here is a trigger candle, right? This one right here is a trigger candle. I'm wondering if I keep my order there, if this is going to fail again. What is the... Right there. We're into our position right now. We are into a position right now. Let's see. Let's see if she's going to hold, right? Let's see if she's going to hold. This is right there. All right. Where's my second? What the heck? 15, Okay, this is odd. My system is not working well right now. Okay. This is very weird. I put in an order for 2 contracts. It only filled up with 1. So let's see what's going to happen here. Are we going to get stopped out? Are we going to push through? Let's hope we go through, right? Let's hope we go through. And this is not a bearish move, and we called it right. Let's see. Nice strong green. There you go. This is what I like to see. Let's keep on going right there. Let's keep on going. Run, baby, run. There you go. Strong candle closing. There you go. So I'm going to move my break even up to plus 1 tick, right? And again, I'm going to follow this very tight simply because this could very well fail very, very fast, right? So I'm going to try to lock in my profit. It might not be a good one, right? It might not be a good profit for this trade, but I'm just not confident enough that this is not going to flash crash right in my face, and I don't want to get caught in the crossfire. And then after I'm going to bring right my stop, right, I'm going to bring it all the way up to where they could try to reach, right, where they could try to make it all the way up to here. Now there's a good chance we get stopped out. We've got 1 point locked in, and there you go. We're going to get stopped out right here. And like I said, the reason why I'm doing this is just I do not trust the market condition right now, right? It's just not in my favor. It's not telling me that it has confidence in what's going on, and it could very well just crash down. And I'd rather lock in a few points than to get caught with a loss for my day. And then again, it can keep going up. Come on, you can do it. It's playing with fire. Come on, you can do it. There you go. So 1 point locked in, right? Was not the best trade, but that's what you had to sing right now this morning. And we can see right here that we're getting a bearish market condition, right? If it would have shot right back up and went to reach our pendulum swing, then yes, that would have we would be in a bull market. But right now, I have the feeling we're in a bear market. So let's readjust, right? Let's readjust our. There you go. There you go. Let's readjust everything here. Let's see here what's going to happen. Sorry about that. Okay, so there you go. This makes sense, right? This starts to make sense. We see that our support is being tested here, 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 and then our resistance right here. So there's a good chance that the market goes, well, right here like this, something like that, right? So let's see what's going to happen. So this right here could very well be, if we take our retracement right there, right? We've reached our 38.2. This strong closing candle right here could be a trigger entry for a short sell right there, right? This could be a short, a short order position. It's just, again, now we see that we have a midline, right? We have a midline right here that we have to be careful for. So that being said, let's just wait, right? There's no point to be in a hurry. You will be a lot more profitable if you stay disciplined. You wait for the right trade, the right pattern before getting into a trade, than to try to force trade and have what is called confirmation bias, where you start to adapt the market to what you would like to happen. And this is when it becomes very costly, right? I've had days where I traded over 30 trades, and I had weeks where I didn't take one trade, and the times where I've been very, very disciplined is when I am the most profitable. Not that I didn't hit any home runs with being a aggressive trader, but overall, if you look over a period of a contract, right, like the S&P over 3 months, overall, when you look at the statistic, you're much more profitable when you are being conservative, when you're being very disciplined with your trade, than when you're being very aggressive, because whatever you make today, you'll give it back tomorrow. When you are an aggressive trader. Anyways, in my case, if it's not the case for you guys, please let me know, right? What is your trading style? How many trades do you take in a day? Just for the hell of it, right? Put it into the chat box, right? Just open the chat box. How many trades do you take usually in a day? You guys take one, you take 5, 10, one a week. Two to three trades a day on ES and NASDAQ, more than often not stopped out. So if I understand correctly, John, is you take usually 2 to 3 trades per day, and most of the time you're profitable on those trades, right? Is that correct? Awesome. That's really good. And what is your target, right? How many points are you trying to lock in? Let me ask you, John, did you learn this all by yourself, or have you been trading with a mentor? So would you say that overall you are a profitable trader? That you do this full time at home? Oh, that's cool. Very cool. So let's see what's going to happen here. Are we going to get our pattern this morning? 10:30 on the horizon. No more gamble trade, right? No more gamble trade. From here, we only take picture perfect trade, pattern, RSI, MACD, everything in play. So overall, John, you say, okay, I work from home, so I can trade all day, but I feel like I am only making the broker's money. So overall, your winners are winners, but your loser are greater than your winners, right? So at the end of the day, you either break even or you're losing a little bit of money, if I understand correctly, right? Okay, that's good. Well, hopefully, this trade room here gives you some valuable information on how to trade the market to establish a good trading plan for you. And if so, then that is awesome. If at any time you have any question, right, don't be shy. Let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. So right here, we see we got our pull back to our 38.2. Are we gonna get our pattern? I just put in our an order in, right? I've just put in an order. Let's see that it's gonna offer us a pattern, right? Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. I'm not all against a long position right now. I'm just going to look for something of the sort, right? I still feel like the buyers has something to offer. Let's hope it doesn't go without us. There's a good chance, right? There's a good chance we have an open loop right here. There's a good chance that they want to retest the zone, right? Retest the zone before going back up again. You're very welcome, John. I'm your Yeah, you're very welcome. I'm happy. I like to help people trade, but to be quite honest with you, one of the reasons why I'm doing this has nothing to do with you guys, but all with me. It keeps me honest. It keeps me disciplined, and it keeps me out of boredom to do this in the morning, right? Because there's nothing worse for a trader than to become bored and then just look for trade because they want to feel something in the morning. And again, before I used to have a trade room, and then I asked myself, why am I doing this? I stopped the trade room, and I realized that my profitability was taking a hit. Right, I was not being as profitable as I was. So for that reason, I decided to reopen the trade room. And again, it keeps me disciplined, it keeps me honest, and I like talking with you guys. So I hope I'll see you in the morning. And I hope that you're going to stick with us for some time. And again, I hope that you're going to learn from something from this. Yeah, because when you're a trader, right, and you're alone in front of your computer, it is very easy to fall into confirmation bias and just take trades for the sake of taking trades, right? And when we take trades for the sake of taking trade, this is when it becomes very expensive, right? This is when our boredom becomes very expensive. Let me see here. We see Apple just crashed a little bit. Tesla's doing good, but Tesla's not in the S&P, but Apple just gave us a flash crash right here that we can see right there. So they're probably trying to come and close this loop right there, and then after gonna go back up. I would think so. I would think so. Right? If you were looking for a short sell, this candle right here was your trigger, but I'm still not all that convinced. I'm still not all that convinced. Yeah, I'm using, you are right. I am using a 1,000 tick chart, John. I use a 1,000 tick chart for my fast chart. I use a 3,000 tick for my for my slow chart, and then I use a day chart for my historical. Okay, this right here. This guy right here could become very interesting, right? We've got a 1 try, we've got a 2 try right here. No trap, but we do have a 2 try pattern. Let's bring back the order. And just as well as you guys know, all of my trades are live trades, right? I don't take sim trade. So when I get into a trade, I do so with real money. But understand that this trade room is not a trade call service. So if you guys take a trade, you do so of your own accord. Okay, this right here, this is a trigger candle right there. Right, this is a trigger candle right here. And yeah, there you go. We're in a position. There you go. We're in a position. Right here. Again, why is my charting software doing this twice now that I put in an order for 2 for 2 contract, and that's not what happens. And look at that, we just got stopped out, like massively, right? Massively stopped out. So maybe that's the another 2 try pattern, right? This is the trap we were waiting for. We shall see. Get our order ready again. What happened there, right? Why is it giving me this? And if I go here, there you go. Let's put it this way then. Really don't understand why it's giving me only 1 contract. That makes no freaking sense. So right here, a strong closing candle over the EMA right here would be our trigger. Ah, got rejected. There you go. We're into our position. Let's wait right here. Now let's hope that she doesn't stop us out again, right? Sometimes it can happen. And if again we get stopped out for today, my rule, right? If I get 2 consecutive loss in a row, well, that's when I'm going to call it quits for the day, right? This is when I'm going to call it quits, not for the day in itself, like I'm walking away, but past 10:30, so on and so forth. I'll keep an eye on the market. But I won't take any other trades for the day, right? Unless it is like really picture perfect and so on and so forth. We don't like to register 2 loss in the same day. So let's see what's going to happen here. Let's see the market take this to some new high. That would be really, really nice right now, right? Come on, buyers, take this up. Defend your position. So this strong candle closing over the EMA would be very nice to see. Come on. Very frustrating right now. And we're going to be out. And you see, we don't move the stop, right? Even if we feel like, oh, it could go, whatnot, we stay disciplined. Once we're in a trade, we manage that trade properly, right? And that means that we do not touch our stop. We let it go. If we get stopped out, well, we got stopped out, and that's the name of the game. There's nothing we can do about it. Just wait for the next opportunity to trade the market. There you go. We got stopped out, and what's very frustrating, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna go up again, but that's all right, right? They cannot be all winners, and today, as we can see right now, it's not the best of day. We got stopped out. It's part of the game. We cannot have winners every single day, right? It's been 2 weeks since we've registered a loss, so today was one of those days. So right now, we're going to keep the room open for another 17 minutes, but unless we get a picture perfect, right, a picture perfect trade, and what I mean by a picture perfect trade, right, is we're going to want to see a spike, we're going to want to see a pullback, a pattern, our entry trigger, and that's it. If we don't have all of those components together, then there's no point to get into a trade. So right now we're just going to hold off, see what's going to happen, see if she's going to offer a new opportunity to trade, and if not, that'll be it for today. But one of the reason, right, and this is right, we're going to do some reverse engineered analysis. Why did I lose, right? Why did I lose? Because we did have a nice spike. We did get our pullback, right? We did get our pattern, but why didn't it go up like we wanted to? Well, one of the things, right, that we got to be very aware here, and that I should have stayed mindful of, and this will go into my journal, right? This is something I got to remind myself of. Oh, look at this right here. Look at this downtrend, right? We've been in a downtrend all morning. And then after, see, I suffered as well myself from confirmation bias, because I was still under the impression, right? I was still under the impression that yesterday's move, right? This one right here, yesterday's move was still into play, right? I felt like this right here was still into play, and then that we would see, right? We would see the market keep going, that being in play, and keep pushing the market up. But we've been in a bearish morning, right? All morning we just kept going down and lower all day, right? We've registered lower highs all morning, and yet I was still under the impression that we would take the market back up. So this is the reason why we registered some loss this morning. I believe so, right? Because I suffered myself of confirmation bias. I was hoping to see something, because this would have been a nice spot, right? This would have been a very nice spot to come and close this loop on top right here, right? This would have been very, very nice to come and reach this all the way up back here. That would have given us, right? That would have given us a return of 31 points. So that would have been a very nice morning. So that being said, it is what it is. There's not much we can do about it. And it doesn't matter either, because this is part of the trading plan. As long as you, and look right here, just to make a second right there. If we take a look right here, see, we've doubled Uh, uh, we've closed this loop right here. We've created a nice little trap. This right here, and now see, now I'm suffering. I have 2 loss. I don't feel confidence that I could get into a third trade, right? I'm not confident I could get into a third trade. But right here, we see that we've closed the loop. We have our 1 try, 2nd try, and then after, from right here, this would be a nice trigger, right, to get in. Right here, this would be a very nice trigger to get in. So let's say that some reason, let me look right here. Just need to do a bit of analysis because we are in a bullish movement. We are in a bullish movement, but we still haven't closed the loop on top. We still haven't closed our loop on top. MACD looks good. RSI looks good. There you go. We're in. See now, and I hope you guys are not following me on this one because this is a gamble trade. This is very much a gamble trade. I should not, but this is just, I've seen this happen way too often that we get this open loop. We closed it and we closed it good, right? We've created a small little trap. I just hope that I'm not the one that got caught in the trap, right? I just hope that I'm not the one that got caught in the trap. But now I purposely only took 1 trade. If it pans out, right, it'll give us a return of 30 points. So let's see what she says. Let's see what she has to say. It ain't over until the fat lady sings. And this right here, like, you'll never see me usually take a trade like this this morning. It's just, like I said, I've seen this situation many times where I got caught on the wrong side. And yeah, I'm hoping to see it keep on going up. And no, it won't. Again, this is not a pattern trade. This is not a how can I say this? This is not part of our trading plan, right? Don't ever take trades like I just did. I should not have taken trade with you guys like that. If I'm a winner, then all for the best. But if I'm a loser, it just goes to show what I was saying earlier, right? Is sometimes you can take some aggressive trade, right? And this would be a very much of an aggressive trade and be a winner. And right, I could hit my 30-point mark for the day, and that would be really awesome. But the problem with that, and it is a big problem, is more than often I'll be wrong and I'm going to get stopped out, right? I'm going to get stopped out on that trade. I'm going to be wrong on that one. And it's just going to add to that statistic of aggressive trade, right? You get more losses than winners, and they're not reliable. They're just not that reliable. And you see right now, right, the Bears are defending their position, right? Well, we've got the Bulls trying to get into it, but really the Bears are defending their position. They're pushing the market down right here, right? So we could see this like just skyrocket in one shot, or it's going to fail and stop me out. Come on, you can do it. It's right here, this right there. So let that be a lesson, right? Never take gamble trades. See how brutal and long this is? This is not how we like to see our trade. We like to see a trade with pops, right? We like to see them move in a decisive direction. But now I'm getting one doji. Whoops. Sorry, one doji, two doji, or morning stars, right? This is the third one right there. This is just way too painful. Way too painful. Oh, this candle closed strong. That would be very nice. At least we have that rising support, right? This is a good news. This is a good thing, right? A rising support means, give me a second, right? A rising support right here. Rising support means, give me a second. There you go. That in this area right here, we have buyers waiting to get into position, right? They see a move. And when they believe that that move is getting into a direction or another, well, they want to get in as well. So they're waiting for the market to pull back to give value to their trade, right? To give value to their trade and keep pushing the market up. So let's see what she's going to do. Let's see if she's going to keep on pushing. This is good news, right? She keeps on going up. I like to see this. But now the question is, will she top off, right? Will she top off in this area right here? But again, we see a lot of sellers, right? A lot of sellers in this zone right there, right? So let's hope that the bulls defend their position and just keeps on pushing it out. So we have the one thing that is working for us right now, if the bull takes over the market, right, is this right here. We have an open loop here, we have an open loop there, and we have an open loop here, right? So what that's telling me is there's a good chance if it keeps pushing, right? If the bulls are able to defend their position, you see them coming right here, then some of the buyers will take their profit in, and then right here again, that's going to be their second goal, and they're going to take some profit in, and then after they're going to come all the way up here, then take some more profit in right there, and then maybe we'll see it reach all the way on top there. That would be nice. That would be a nice afternoon session, right? So let's see what she's going to do. So now we've got 4.5 point registered on the morning. Yes, I will. I will move my stop, John. I could really, like right now, I could move it to a point of entry plus 2 tick, right? Just in case she reverses right away. But in situation like this right now, where I've already registered a loss on my day, and there's a potential of some very, very big gain, right? A 30-point gain on the day. I don't like to trail too close, because often I've trailed too close, got stopped out, and saw it like skyrocket. But then again, it's very dangerous that if it reached this goal right here, right? If they reach their goal right there, that I get stopped out as well. So that is a hard one to gauge. You have to get a feel of the market. But right now, as we're going, I'm hoping to see the market just push it all the way up. I could close my position right now and just break even on my day, but that wouldn't be too good, right? What I want to see is right now, I want to see a profit. So we see right there, we got a few a few buyers cashing in their profit, right? Because they're, as just like me, they're uncertain what the market. They're not even waiting for the market to complete its move, and they're already selling their position, right? Because this right here is not sellers getting into a position, because there's no entry. Where's the entry for the sellers right now, right? There's no entry. So if there's no entry for the sellers, why is the market going down right here? Well, it's because the buyers are taking in some profit. And then right here, you see, right, in this resistance line right here is becoming a support line. And then we have buyers probably right here that are waiting, right, to get into position. And if that's the case, then after we should see a melt up for the day. And that would be very nice, right? I'm not a big fan of melt up days unless I am in position at the beginning of the move and I can profit from it, right? That would be very nice. But now see, if it starts to move in such a way like this, I will be moving my stop up. In any case, I will. But if I see, right, if I see these move right here, I'm probably going to move my stop around here or so. And the reason that being is because we could very well, is this be a overshoot, right? This right here could very well be an overshoot of this channel right there. And then after, the market could try to push it all the way back down right here. So for that reason, I still have to be careful with my trade and with my stop. Yes, it can pull back, stop me out, and shoot right out, but it could very well stop me out and keep on going down and just crash from here. We don't want to see that. We really don't want to see that. We want to see the market keep going up, but also we want to lock in some profit, right? We want to, or at least cover some loss, right? If it stops me out right now, it'll cover half of my loss for the morning. That's not what I want to see, right? I want to see some profit, but I don't want to register another loss for the day, right? 3 losses in a day, that's really hard on the trader's psychology, right? This is really hard on the trader's psychology. And then after, it makes it hard to take a right decision. Then we stay idle too long on the sideline. It takes us a long time to pull the trigger. And more than often when we do, it's not at the right time because we waited too long into a move. And this is when it becomes costly, right? So right here, we see the now, right? This move at first, this move right here was bulls taking in their profit. But these one right here, these ones that you see right here, those are sellers getting into it. And I don't know if you can see, right? Just give me a second. Let's open it up. There you go. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can see, and hopefully we don't get stopped out by this, but we've just created a trap right here, right? Right there, there's a trap, right? And what does that mean, a trap? Who's getting caught in that trap? Well, the sellers, right? If this right here, if this area, whoops, give me a sec. If this area, come on, this is annoying. If this area right here is a trap, here's what's going to happen, right? And I could be wrong, right? They could be able to push through it. They could be able to push right through it, and there you go, get us stopped out. So we got stopped out, but I will still explain what I was trying to say, because it looks, oh shit, it looks like it's gonna, just give me a second here. There you go. See, this is very frustrating, but what can you do? So right there, we see a trap. And the trap, what the trap does, right? Okay, so this right here is the trap right there. And I have the feeling right now that I was trailing way too close, but it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter because we still have a falling resistance right here. But anyways, so the trap right here, this is, as you see right there, we have sellers getting into position, right? They keep pushing the market down. And now when the market gets pushed down like this, right here, you have buyers getting into position, right? And the people that bought right here, right below this line right here, have put their stop loss right there, right? Their stop loss right now is on that line right here, I would think. So if the market pushes, if the buyers are able to defend their position and push it past this line right here, now what's going to happen is the buyers, not the buyers, sorry, the sellers are going to have their stop loss hit, and this will act like a catapult, right? The market is just going to shoot right up, right? But for that to happen, the buyers needs to be able to defend their position right here. But we can see from this bearish movement that we had this morning, right? With this big bearish movement that we had this morning, that right here, we could have a lot of sellers waiting to push the market. And this right there could be an overshoot. And if this is an overshoot, then we'll see, right? We'll see the market just crumbles down all the way down below this line right here, below this support line. So that being said, it is 8:05 this morning, right? 8:05 this morning. I don't think we're going to see any other trades for the day. I don't think we're going to see any other trade for the day. Maybe another way to look at it, is this could be right here, the pullback, right? We've got our 38.2 pullback. We've got a first try right here. We'd like to see a second try, right, before the market goes up. So we've got a first try right here, then maybe a second try before it tries to go back up. So who knows? We'll see. If you guys are going to trade the afternoon session, be careful, be mindful of what is going on. Make sure that you apply your technical analysis. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow for our next session. So until then, guys, take care. Have yourself a wonderful day. Make sure that you go into your charting software, that you open up your order window, that you click on cancel all before you go to lunch. Take some time, go do some yoga, take a walk, be active. And if you're trading in the afternoon session, always remember that the ones that are trading in the afternoon session are the one that lost money in the morning. And when you lose money in the morning, often what happens is you will suffer confirmation bias, you will take gamble trades and you'll try to cover your loss. And this is when you blow your account. So until then, take care and hopefully see you in the morning. Take care. Bye-bye.